Mesoscale.
Do I do the...
No, you need to do your part. I said mine wrong.
Yeah, you jumped the gun.
I know.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Mesoscale? What do I normally say?
What's
up, Meso Squad? Welcome to the Mesoscale podcast.
This is episode numero 13.
Do you not know 13?
I don't know 13 in Spanish.
All right.
I know it in French. 13.
Trève.
I do not know it in Spanish.
Wait, is it?
Tres. It's 3.
All right, here we go. Announcement.
Are you tired of being tired? Have you been sick of all the same old shitty energy drinks? Well, do I have a treat for you? Right now on Dubby Energy, you can use code MESO10 for 10% off your next purchase. In this economy, we need all the help we can get. That is dubbyenergy.com. Merch! Ever get sick of your same old shitty fashion choice? Lucky for you, that's all about to change. Head over to https:///mesoscale-pod-merch.myspreadshop.com or stab the link below with your clicking mouse.
Hear ye, upon this day, the 2nd of August in our year 2026, A.L. Meticulous Anxiety and I have discussed a proposed writing contest. This contest will proceed from August 2nd to August 26th. Winner will be announced on August 30th. The prompt is,
Oh no, we've been scaled.
This contest is open to any and all horror types and must be submitted by August 26th. The rules. Submitted by, of course, August 26th. Author must be subscribed to the podcast anywhere they listen. Author must use the submission flare when posting to our Reddit. Author must cast their vote on a different story. And you must comment under this post on our Reddit that you've submitted a story. Now for the best part. The winner, first place, will earn a Mesoscale t-shirt, which will be autographed. Their story shall be read, and the story of their choice, their own or someone else's, will be on their own episode. They will receive the coveted Top Scaler Award, and, of course, receive mad props in the community. Second place will receive a Mesoscale hat, also autographed. Their story will be put in a future episode, and they will receive the coveted second place award. Third place will receive Mesoscale pins, also autographed, and the coveted third place award. Good luck to those who all enter. We look forward to reading your stories.
Cool. Yeah, that's some cool announcements.
Damn.
What
are we reading today?
Oh, today we are going to be reading All We Wanted Was Mom's Tree.
By
Nuisance Bringer.
Nuisance Bringer.
Nuisance Bringer.
Nuisance Bringer.
Nuisance Bringer's here.
Today.
Nuisance Bringer's here.
Today.
He's here to write something and give us spooky
Stories.
I don't know. I like horror stories. This one takes place in Christmas, but like...
Yes, but listen.
Yeah, we mentioned that in the first recording. I'm going to mention that. I'm plugging that.
All right, here we go. All right. Well, I reached out to Nuisance Bringer, and they are a up-and-coming, new to the scene type of author, or maybe just new to our podcast. So welcome. Thanks for being here. Are you subscribed? Because we're almost to 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel. You should subscribe so you guys can be part of the squad.
And one of you will get a t-shirt at 100.
And
Reminder.
CW didn't realize that we're autographing it, but we are.
That's news to me. But
he was the one who
riddle me this.
No, he was the one who did that.
Audience, riddle me this. Would you rather have an autographed or unautographed t-shirt? For me, I think it's bittersweet. I think I'd like to have an autograph, but at the same time, it's like,
do I want to ruin my shirt?
Yeah. And I kind of want to wear this shirt.
But maybe it's each person. So maybe whoever wins, we'll reach out to them first and then see if they want an autograph or not. Because we could even autograph a piece of paper if they would prefer that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Autograph a little note.
Yeah.
Says, love you.
What is with you and kisses?
I don't know. I just been loving doing that bit.
Love you.
Aww. Did you guys hear that? She gave you guys a little kiss.
Don't tell my husband.
Little forehead peck.
Don't tell my husband. All right, here we go.
Wait, don't tell my husband implies that you had a sexual, you had sexual meaning behind it.
Nope, not at all.
Okay, so it's just a little forehead peck.
What if it was on their arm?
That's weird.
Or on their hand.
Okay, I could see that.
On their nose?
Oh, all right.
On their ear?
Are you getting a little close?
On their nippy nip?
Nipple kisses!
All right, here we go.
I'll twirl it around on my tongue.
All right. All we wanted was Mom's Tree by...
Nuisance bringer. Nuisance bringer. Nuisance bringer.
Here we go.
Okay.
Lock in.
Locked in.
This was going to be the first Christmas we spent without Mom. And picking out a tree was one of the last things I wanted to do. Dad was adamant that I had to come, saying something about...
Mom would want us to celebrate.
But what was there to celebrate?
Christmas.
Thanks.
All right, story's over.
Stupid.
I answered the entire story. We're good.
This was her favorite holiday, and she wasn't here anymore. So what's the point?
It's Christmas.
Mags, we're almost there.
Dad chimed, trying so desperately to keep his composure. He would try to hide the pain, but I knew the look. I saw it every day in the mirror.
Yeah, whatever.
I continued looking out of the window. If I was home, I'd be FaceTiming my friends trying to plan next week's sleepover. Being home was so miserable, just constant reminders of Mom everywhere. Dad crying nearly every night, bland food all the time, chores piling up. Our house was a home and Mom was always on top of it. But without her here, everything felt like it was in limbo. And I never wanted to be there because of it.
Honey,
He tried again, his tone a little bit more somber.
we're going to be optimistic. Find a tree that screams Mom, and we're going to set it up just like she always did.
His hands gave a little flare on the steering wheel when he said her name.
You can set it up all you want. I'm going to bed when we get home.
Maggie.
What?
I huffed. We sat in tense silence before he picked the conversation
pants
up
are
again.
ripped. Sorry. A little off track there.
We sat in a tense silence before... We sat in a tense silence before he picked the conversation up again.
Look, I know this is hard.
He sounded defeated, like thinking of what to say drained him.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't want to come either.
This took me by surprise. I looked over and he had tears streaming down his face.
But your mother would have wanted us to still be a family. She'd want us to pick out the most massive, god-ugly tree and give it the celebration of its life. Did you know that's why she picked the worst trees every year? She wanted to give the ones that would never have a chance a place to be like the rest. She told me that only last year after trying to make her get a good tree for once.
He sighed. A reverent smile plastered under his tear-streaked eyes.
That woman sure was a blessing.
Dad!
She was crying.
Yeah,
Don't be rude.
No, I made her choked up.
Do it better.
Yeah, okay. Dad!
All right. You're really bad at being a teenage girl who
No,
lost her mom.
I feel like that's on the money.
I don't think so.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
I was struggling to keep from crying myself. Was that her secret to making Christmas so magical? The holiday charm didn't start until we got that stupid tree, and from there she made Christmas appear out of thin air. Like it was nothing. He continued.
All I'm asking is for one night, sweetie. It's not going to be easy, but this will be the worst it gets. Every Christmas after will be easier and easier. Let's make her happy.
I sat for a long while, trying not to cry anymore. If she was here, she would be nagging me about the Christmas spirit and how I was being a sourpuss. I laughed at the thought, tears freely rolling down my cheeks.
Okay.
I sniffled.
But only tonight. I can't promise anything after that.
He barked out a laugh before reaching out to give my hand a firm and warm squeeze.
That's all I can ask for.
He said with love. We had a few minutes to recoup before we got to our customary tree farm. It was enough time to wipe our eyes and stop crying, but not enough to make the redness disappear. I really hoped the bitter cold helped with that when we got outside. As we pulled up, the regular greeter came to direct us in the parking lot.
Yeah! How have you been, buddy?
The greeter greeted.
We've seen better days. Yeah, no kidding. I bet it was a rough ride out here with the snow and all. Hey there, Maggie. Nice to see ya.
He continued.
Say, where's the missus at? Oh, fuck. This guy sucks. Read the fucking room, dude. Where's the missus? Ooh, this guy's a piece of shit. Okay.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
Okay. Say, where's the missus at? She get her cold feet this year?
He laughed to himself. We froze. Well, at least
This guy sucks.
I have no words. this poor family's just trying to mourn.
Goddamn, where's the wife? She pussy out this year? He's like, he's, where the fuck's the wife? Like, I like that's like one of his first questions he asked. Like, he's just so oblivious to like their red stained eyes. It's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, where's your wife?
We froze. A pit in my stomach quickly rose to my throat. How could he not have known?
Well, actually lost Ashley over the summer.
My dad tried to play it nonchalant, but it came off as a desperate plea. I grabbed his hand and squeezed it back as the greeter's face turned ghostly white.
Oh my God, I had no idea.
He stumbled over his apology, frantic to get the words out. Dad exhaled.
It's all right. We didn't tell many people, but she's with us in spirit.
He put on the bravest face as tears threatened his sight.
This guy fucking sucks. Yeah, here in spirit.
The greeter mumbled to himself, trying not to make eye contact.
If you want, you can park right in front of the office. Make it easy for you to get started.
Dad paused.
I'm gonna take you up on that. Thanks.
He clapped the greeter's shoulder before turning to the little shack covered in dazzling lights. We sat for another long and awkward moment, both of us recovering from the gut punch that was that conversation. Dad broke first.
This is the worst it'll be. Just remember that, Mag.
He sighed with a deep, grounding breath.
It'll be easier next year. And the year after that, the year after that.
I wiped the fresh tears I didn't know I shed away as I struggled to put my coat on. After we got out, he waited for me to round the front of the truck before wrapping up an arm around my shoulder and walking with me in tandem to the office. There, the owner of the farm welcomed us with a warm smile.
Jerry, Maggie, it's good to see you out here. Oh, wait, this is a different guy. This isn't the greeter. Hold on. Jerry. No. Hold on. I gotta master this one.
He's the owner.
Jerry, Maggie, it's good to see you out here. How are you holding up this weather?
He asked.
We made it out here, didn't we?
Their hands clapped hard as they shook, like old friends. I couldn't put my finger on it, but it felt like they were having a whole other conversation. They chatted for a bit while I stood around looking at all the pictures on the wall. So many families with their first trees. Families that came year after year to get trees. Our family getting a tree 3 years ago. Our family, me, Dad, and Mom, standing around our rinky-dink tree that year.
Hey, Dad, come look at this. Okay, I'll take it a little bit more seriously. Come on, that's good. Hey, Dad, come look at this.
I called, the same sad smile he had earlier crossed my lips. I couldn't see his reaction, but I could hear him walk up next to me before giving me a tight side hug. He knew what I was looking at before he saw himself.
Isn't she beautiful?
He lulled before kissing the top of my head.
Mwah. I told you, forehead kisses. Good fatherly thing to do. This guy's a good dad.
Newfound determination warmed my heart as I looked at us. Little me so happy to have helped Mom find her charming tree that year. I wanted to do it again. I wanted to feel that small again. Feel the whimsy she always brought with everything she did.
I'm ready to find a tree,
I said as I wiped my wet eyes.
Yeah?
Dad questioned eagerly. I nodded.
Let's go find Mom's tree.
We said our goodbyes as we started making our way to the acres of pine. There were only a handful of other cars in the parking lot, and we were still early in the season, so we both knew that the choices could be endless. But that's not what we were looking for. We didn't want the perfect tree. We wanted Mom's tree, the one that would never find a home, the one that needed so much tender love and care. We needed to find our tree, and it was in this manufactured forest just waiting for us to get it. We began our search row by row. I was old enough now to look down the rows by myself, so Dad and I split up to cover more ground. He'd take one row, I'd take the next, and so on until we find the one. Every now and then I'd stop to see a lopsided tree, but none of them really called out to me and screamed, Mom. So we searched and searched and searched until we were halfway through the farm. We met back up close to the office, and Dad suggested we go back inside for a few minutes to warm up and get some hot cocoa. That sounded pretty good to me. So we headed back inside to find the shack empty and dark. The sign on the door still said, Come on in. So we did just that. Dad turned the light on and started heading over to the corner where Keurig sat with a wide selection of K-cups. I'm not sure why, but when he said hot cocoa, I imagined something more akin to handmade than Swiss Miss. Regardless, I wasn't going to say no to something toasty. I sat down at the manager's desk and started swiveling in his chair waiting for Dad to finish making our drinks. It took nearly 5 minutes for the machine to crank out 2 cups, but by the time we got them, we were warmed up and headed back out into the fake wilderness for round 2. We started down opposite aisles and looked one by one at all the trees, but again, nothing truly called to me. It wasn't until we got to one of the last few rows that a lone tree stood out. It was huge, unruly even. All the branches facing me were massive and shooting out far longer than they should have. The top leaning slightly over my head at a cockeyed angle. Dusty green pine needles were layered so thickly on this side you couldn't even see the trunk. This all looked so promising. I spun around to see the buried side of the tree, and immediately you could tell all of its energy was put into its far side. There was a dead space of pine needles and barren, shriveled branches. Its competing tree was planted so close that this side barely had any room to grow out. This was the tree Mom would have talked to, soothed its poor worries, told it that it had a forever home with our family. This was Mom's tree.
Dad! Come on! That's good! That's good voice acting. I'm giving her personality.
She's sad, not annoying.
Well, the entire beginning of the story, she's talking about how I'm just gonna gut a slate when I get home. She earned this. This is her fault.
I yelled toward the row he was in.
Come check this one out.
He called back from a considerable distance.
Be right there.
I waited patiently, combing over the tree time and time again. Every look over, I fell more in love with it. It was wonky in all the right places, had a character unlike the rest. This tree was perfect. I heard Dad's footsteps crunching in the snow, coming closer, so I shimmied through the trees to surprise him.
Hey!
I jumped out. Somebody else's dad jumped back and grabbed his chest.
Jesus!
He yelled, taking a step back.
What the hell is your problem?
His booming voice made me coward.
I'm sorry. I thought you were my dad.
I said sheepishly, scared of making him more upset. Then I heard Dad approaching and felt even more embarrassed.
What's going on?
He wrapped an arm around my shoulder and tucked me close. His tone was firm and defensive as he went to protect me.
This your fucking kid?
The guy took a swing from his open can before... The man took a swig from his open can before his growing voice continued.
Maybe keep a leash on her next time. Wouldn't want anything to happen to your little girl, would you?
His smile was lewd as he combed me over. I shuddered, despised the cold. Dad started leading me to the side. He groveled. Dad started leading me to the side as he groveled an apology. It's like he used to do with Grandpa before we cut contact. Completely disengaged and walked away. We cut through the rows of the trees back to where I was before. Then Dad asked,
That's... Eee. I don't like that. The guy's just like perving. Like, you don't want nothing to happen to your little girl. And he's like looking her up and down. Ugh. That's gross. And then it brings up the grandpa. Does that mean the grandpa used to do the same thing? Ugh.
maybe.
That's gross. I don't like that.
Grody.
Are you... Oh, wait. Yeah. Are you okay? I think so.
I looked down at my feet, still humiliated by the conflict. He brought me in for a big hug.
What he said wasn't right, honey. Not at all. But we gotta know when to pick our battles. And that wasn't a battle worth fighting.
He continued.
And you're not in trouble. You did nothing wrong.
He kissed the top of my head, but I was unable to get that man's dark, smiling eyes out of my mind. The way he looked me up and down made me feel so dirty.
Yeah, that's...
I buried my face in Dad's jacket, trying to cleanse myself. I stood in his embrace until the grime of the man began to wash away. After letting go, I reminded myself that we were here for Mom's tree and nothing was going to stop us from getting it.
It was over here.
I grabbed his hand and dragged him to the tree with renewed excitement.
You have to see this tree. It's beautiful.
We walked a few feet before stopping in front of it. Dad squeezed my hand tight as he looked.
It's got charm.
He said hesitantly.
And you say that every year.
I beamed. He looked down at me. A yearning smile lit his face. We both craved the nostalgia of our past pickings.
What do you think she'd do if she saw this one?
He asked.
Skip to the office to get chopping. Yeah, she probably would. So what are we waiting for?
I started pulling him to the office again, nearly on the other side of the farm now. He didn't fight as we both trotted to get the saw. A long walk in and another conversation with the owner later, we headed back to our tree. Saw in hand and determination in our eyes. On the way back, my imagination started running. The years of watching Mom decorate for the holidays and even inherited all her decor made me inspired for how to spruce up this tree. I thought aloud as we walked, Dad agreeing to everything I threw out. I was going to make a feature out of the whole, border it in lights and tinsel. Put her favorite tree topper on its crooked crown. Put her urn on the shelf right in front of the tree's centerpiece. This was going to be the best Christmas tree we've ever made, and Mom would be right there to help.
I'm worried, real quick. I'm worried that dude's gonna come back, and this isn't gonna be about the tree at all.
I feel that one.
That I'm actually like...
Also, your cursor keeps moving.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
But no, I 100% believe that literally is going to be what's going to happen.
The horror aspect of this is like sexual assault.
Possibly.
I hope not, because then I'm going to feel really bad. I already feel really bad for giving her the voice I gave her.
Yeah, I hate it.
She earned it.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
She did not.
In the beginning, she was being a
She
dick.
just lost her mother.
Okay. Go ahead. He looked up at us. Go ahead.
Sorry, where were we?
Just go.
He looked up at us, and those same dark eyes from before dragged before
Fuck, yeah, he's back.
to Dad, to the saw in Dad's hand.
Oh, is it me? God damn it. What the hell you think's the big idea, buddy?
The man slurred. Dad paused before speaking, choosing his words very carefully.
We're just trying to get our tree. You mean my tree?
He pointed to our tree's neighbor.
No, we're getting the tree next. I ain't seen my Elizabeth in years. You not taking that tree from my baby girl.
He staggered towards us. Dad got in front of me.
We're not taking... You ain't taking shit.
Before Dad could react, the man shuffled and a small crack echoed around us.
Fuck. God damn.
Dad stood frozen for just a moment. A large hole in the back of his head spewed.
What the fuck? He just shot the dad. Oh my god. What the fuck? That's not at all where I thought this was going.
That's so dark. Yeah. I don't know if I like this. Jeez, it's supposed to be a memorial for her mom, and then the dad just gets shot?
Well, I feel like I know where this story's going. Go ahead.
I couldn't move. What just happened? Oh, sorry. Whoa, what just happened? I watched my dad as he twitched a few times, then went completely limp.
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
The man started stomping, but I couldn't look up at him. Dad's blood and hot cocoa spilled all over my shoes in the track-covered snow as he laid motionless at my feet. My mind couldn't catch up with my body as blood-curdling screams rippled through me, my feet nailed in place. Dad was still, the saw's teeth up and partially embedded in his torso.
Oh my...
His poor father. As he fell on it, my screams reverberated off the trees, and I saw everything from someone else's eyes. It was like watching everything in an up-close theater, surround sound, full blast, screeching back in my ears, everything distorted in odd, wide angles, colors way too crisp to be real. The vivid blood so red and thick, it ran everywhere. I could feel it freezing on my cheeks. I barely saw the man before he charged me, and I couldn't fight him back. My body was unresponsive. All it could do was scream, and even when he covered my mouth, as he tried to drag me away, he pinched my nose and mouth closed. I didn't realize what he'd done to me until I had no more air, and I started frantically flailing to get away from him, but he was too strong. The last thing I remembered was my dad and his mutilated head getting farther and farther away from me as bitter cold bit at my blood-splattered cheeks. I woke up with a massive headache, my eyes struggling to flutter open, but when they did, I saw I wasn't at the farm anymore.
Oh boy.
A surge of panic flew through me as I tried to move but was unable to. My limbs were bound to duct tape. I tried frantically to look around but stopped because of the pain. I had duct tape wrapped around my head in several layers, pulling at my hair and covered my mouth tight.
Shit.
A disgustingly familiar voice said next to me. My eyes darted to the side, and I saw the man watching me as he drove. We were in an old beat-up truck, somewhere far, on a barely plowed back road. I immediately started struggling, not knowing what else to do. This couldn't be real. There's no way this was happening. The man swerved as I started squirming.
Would you knock it off?
He yelled, raising his hand and slapping me. He nearly swerved into a snowbank doing so. Even with the layers of tape protecting my skin, the force of his hand stung fierce across my face. I let out a muffled squeal as my head burned, tears freely pouring down the tape as the nightmare of what just happened started settling in.
Shut up!
He roared again, winding up for the second strike. I clenched hard in the passenger door, the movement ripping chunks of hair from his scalp. I cried again. His hand never came as the 10 seconds passed. I slowly uncoiled and saw him hunched over, laser focus on the road ahead.
I'm not afraid to hit a little whore like you. Don't try that shit again.
He spat, Time seemed useless while trapped in the cabin of his truck as the man drove feverishly to oblivion. The more I sat, the more everything settled. I had vague memories of what led to the point. The field of the trees, beautiful hazy lights, the taste of chocolate, the smell of Dad's leather jacket, my red-stained fall boots. I tried looking down and saw to my horror that my shoes were still deeply drenched in the hardened red. I could feel it beginning to crust in my socks. A new sense of fear ripped through me as the images flashed faster. Dad, the man, the pop, Dad's head. I cried harder and harder. Dad's head, the inside of his skull caking my face. Blood everywhere, Dad lying dead at my feet. I screamed as the memories overwhelmed me.
I said knock it off!
The man screamed back, taking out his gun and smashing the butt end into my temple. Everything came and went in a blur after that. I remember trying to figure out how to escape, reaching my hands limply up to the door handle, but the man ripped them away. The searing pain in my wrists as he pulled me closer to him, his rancid, weedy stomach tainting his mouth as he breathed on me. My memory went blank as we pulled up to the shadow of the house, bathed in the snowy, dark glow of night. My eyes were practically glued shut by the time I realized what had happened. Every inch of me was cold and battered, besides the tape now bound my dislocated arms behind my back and shackled my legs and mouth. I was completely nude. Oh, of course.
Yeah, here we go. All right, trigger warning, guys. We're entering uncharted territory, and I feel like we've been bamboozled. And we've been thrown for a loop.
The snow slowly stopped,
like
burning needles into my skin and instead brazen deep into my flesh. This was much more comforting than before. It was like my parents were giving me one more hug out in the wilds. Hell, I could hear their voices too.
Come here, sweet baby. I don't like that.
That was the mom and dad.
I know. I still don't like it.
Well, what if that was the mom?
Oh, okay. I got you. Come here, sweet baby. It's okay. We have you now.
Mom and Dad's alluring hum surrounded me at the tides of winter, slowly buried me in steep drifts of snow. I let my deformed imagination flutter one last time as I pictured us as a family huddled under Mom's Christmas tree this year. The hoarse giggles I strained to get out carried me through our final Christmas together as a family again.
And that was... all we wanted was Mom's tree. That's all I wanted.
By-nuisance bringer.
By-nuisance bringer. That's all I wanted. All I wanted was Mom's tree.
Nuisance bringer.
I wanted a monster.
Nuisance bringer.
Nuisance bringer.
Buddy.
Fuck
Bud.
you.
Yo.
Oh my god.
I'm going...
that
I didn't like that story. You went from, oh, sweet, they're just, trying to remember the mom and everything.
I thought it was going to be like a tree monster.
That poor dad.
I was looking forward to a tree monster.
That dad didn't deserve to die.
I was looking forward to a goddamn tree monster.
I heard you the first time. I'm so upset right now.
Damn. I'm actually kind of shook up a little bit, not gonna lie.
You hurt my feelings, Nuisance. No wonder your name is Nuisance.
That was a big, this whole story was a big nuisance.
You really did bring the nuisance.
I'm bummed.
I'm so sad.
That one bummed me out.
You really hurt my heart.
Ugh.
Damn. And by the way, you
horror.
brought in like 5 different triggers. And you want to know somebody? You had no trigger warning in the beginning.
No trigger warning. That's a fault. That's a fault. We're going to fault you for that.
My heart hurts.
That's like it actually genuinely makes me sick. It went from like, oh, hell yeah, we're going to get a tree monster. They're going to pick like the worst tree. It's going to turn out to be like a radioactive monster or something. And then it goes like, and then he shot my dad. A creepy man. A creepy dude. Checks her up and down. I knew that's where we were going.
Then it went from that to a dad gets killed with a gun. And not only did he get shot, he also landed on that saw.
Yeah.
That was unnecessary.
Double time.
Okay? That was unnecessary. And the poor girl has his blood, all over her. First off. Third of all. And then she gets taken by the creepy old man. Like,
God only knows what else.
I don't even want to think about that.
I don't even want to read another one.
That hurt my
I'm
heart.
not gonna lie, that one kind of wiped me out.
Nuisance? You really are nuisance.
I reading the title, it brings up the mom, all we wanted.
I just wanted them to remember their mama and pick out the tree. Mind you, she didn't even get the tree in the end.
I was kind of rooting for
They didn't
him.
even get a tree in the end.
I'm not gonna lie, like I grew attached to the character.
Me too.
And you don't get that a whole lot with short, punchy horror.
No.
You really don't. Like, I've seen it a few times with some of the stories we've read, but, like, it's more often than not just kind of like, oh, yeah, I go here and I die. But, like, with this one, it's very, like, you're attached to the characters. You understand what they're going through.
They bring in very realistic things.
Very realistic reactions, too. Like, the dad trying to de-escalate instead of going right into fighting.
Maggie trying to just hold it together, but also being that, like...
The edgy
teenager.
Yeah. Trying to
lost her mom.
Trying to be more edgy than she's necessarily built to be.
Like, trying to hide her feelings by being edgy.
Yeah.
And then you just had to do that. I think it really should be justice for Mag.
Yeah, goddamn.
Justice for Maggie at this point. What if Sharon...
What? You get to start it.
Nothing. I just remembered Sharon's an old lady, so that would be weird.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what if Sharon and her dad, but then I was like, that's weird.
This is Ted. Ted's the creepy guy.
Ted, go away!
Ted.
No wonder Ted was weird in the
Fuck
beginning.
you, Sharon.
Maggie. Justice for Maggie, you guys.
God damn, yeah, fuck. I'm, like, actually depressed right now. Like, this,
you actually made me sad.
This one brought down my mood so hard.
I guess you did your job, though.
Yeah,
as an author.
All right, well, what would you rank it?
What would you rank it?
I gotta say, it did exactly what horror's supposed to do. So I gotta give it a 5. I saw no grammatical errors as we were going through. Like, nothing hung me up. The storyline twists and turns. Nothing was predictable. It was a great story. It was just very traumatic and very... You
get a 0 from me for being traumatic, but a 5 for being good at what you do.
Yeah, honestly, solid 5.
Nuisance, I'm so upset right now.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? As an author, good for you for being able to portray my feelings. Or the feelings that I'm feeling while I'm reading this story.
The feeling was a feeling.
I don't like the feelings.
Okay. I guess what story do we have next? This isn't fair for these people.
Nuisance.
Okay.
Nuisance, I'm upset with you. I'm very upset.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we got a long one.
We're going to do
There's
a giant horse in the lake by Gerald Rice.
This is going to be sick. There's a giant horse in the lake.
I feel like this is so, like...
This is going to be...
opposite of what we just read.
I'm going to get whiplash.
Oh.
Okay. Gerald, just so you know, I'm writing a story currently, and the main character's name is Gerald. That's before I met you. So I'm sorry.
No, he named him after you.
I can if you want.
Well, it depends on if this story is a 5 or not.
Yeah, if this story is a 5,
it's after you. If not,
it's after you.
If just not, know, nope, it's after the horse.
Just know the story is you're a really bad person in the story if it is named after you. Okay, there we go.
There's a giant horse in the lake by Gerald Rice.
God, that last story just got me so
I swear, I'm getting whiplash every time something like this happens.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Okay, good.
I feel like I can't.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm still in shock.
I know. We got this.
All right. There's a giant horse in the lake by Gerald Rice. I wish a sandwich could have saved us. That was so random.
Hell yeah.
I like it. Mary had gotten a pounding headache Mary had gotten a pounding headache when we were most of the way there. Here. Not there. Here. Leaving me to finished the drive and managed the kids when we'd arrived. Alright. See, nuisance is really hitting me right now.
It's alright. It's alright.
She had done her usual and neglected herself to take care of the four of us while we prepared to leave and hadn't eaten. I'd offered to stop a few places, but her appetite was off by the time we'd hit the road. Her
Physiology.
Oh.
But I think it's psychology. No, maybe it is physiology. Isn't physiology the study of bodies?
Her physiology mystified me at times. I'd never before met anyone who lost their appetite from not eating, and the closer we got to the cabin, the worse she'd felt.
You sure you won't eat something?
I'd asked.
No, I'll be fine.
She'd said when I offered to turn around.
I just need a little nap, and I'll be hungry. But something light, okay?
That last part had been for me. She knew I'd overcompensate unless instructed not to. I'd admit my part in fueling the worry machine in the past, acknowledging the odds that everything was actually going to be fine. Then we'd gotten a flat tire a little more than a mile away from the cabin. Neither of the boys knew how to help change it, and had sat in the car uselessly while I managed. My knee sank into the divot of mud, a wide tire track from a vehicle that gouged the road as it had fled from the spot. I shouldn't complain about the boys too loud. I'd be the biggest dick in the world if I denied how great they are. All three of them are great kids. 2 teenage boys and a 10-year-old who acted like she was older than her brothers. I was going to miss them if I finally decided to leave Mary.
Okay.
Hold on.
God, whoa.
What?
Whoa.
He's planning
Gerald.
on leaving him?
Yo, Gerald, what the hell's this all about, dog?
Hold on.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Hold up.
Hold on.
Okay. We might be entering, again, trigger warning, okay? Divorce.
This is crazy, you two.
You guys.
Both of you two need to learn what trigger warnings are.
We're getting tag teamed right now.
I swear, I don't like this.
It's all right. We got to keep pushing.
Her migraines must have rubbed off on me because by the time I sat down to eat something was going on behind my eyes.
Uh-oh.
It was hard to concentrate. I wish I could have slept too, like the other 4 people in the car. It had been so bad that I had to carry Mary in, and I must have tweaked my back. I laid her on the bed and turned the light off before lighting some mild incense I found. I don't like incense.
That's illegal.
Is it?
No, it's not illegal.
I was going to say
I was making a joke, but I decided to bounce out of it.
Well, it was a horrible joke,
Yeah.
so I'm glad you did.
Yeah. I decided to bounce out of it, so we're good.
You're good?
Yep.
You're good.
Yep.
She'd fallen asleep almost instantly. Part of me doubted she had any awareness of the incense. It was disturbing how still she'd been every time I checked on her. In the meantime, the kids had all gone their separate ways. Luke went exploring outside, Chrissy was busying herself around the cabin, and Mark was being his usual responsible self, assigning himself chores before I could even think to. I found some expired Tylenol underneath the bathroom sink and dry swallowed 3 of them. They dialed back the throbbing behind my eyes, and I was able to give attention to the world around me. Luke was still outside on the beach while Mark was unpacking his and his brother's bags, and Chrissy was doing who knew what. But she'd been in the bathroom for at least 20 minutes. When Luke charged in from the beach, terror on his face. Oh my gosh.
Okay, you're rough right now.
Fine, you read.
Okay. When Luke charged in from the beach, terror on his face, I knew something was about to be added to the pile that I was going to have to deal with. "There's something in the lake," he said, his eyeballs on the verge of popping out of his head. That gave the starter rope on the worry machine a good pull. Luke was the oldest of the 3 children, and I had gotten to a point where I could rely on him sometimes for leadership. He had his learner's permit, and I'd already shown him the car I was going to buy him when he got his license. It was tough juggling an instant family when I'd been on my own for so many years.
Why's your voice so low?
I'm just reading like a news anchor. You want to go now?
No, keep going.
No, you go. Go ahead.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
bored. I don't want to read this.
Why? That's so rude.
I like listening to you read. I don't pull anything when I read.
Yeah, because you're trying to read it like a news anchor. No dip, Sherlock.
Good.
Um.
They weren't my kids by birth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. They weren't my kids by birth, and it was a road to hoe. What?
Road to hoe.
And it was a road to hoe to get them to let me in, and I eventually fell in love with them all.
What do you mean?
I didn't really want to know. Eldest child or no, Luke was a fraidy cat. Maybe he'd seen a dead animal. Maybe it was a spider. But unless it was a brown recluse, the worry machine could rest. Being afraid of an insect he was 10,000 times larger than was par for him. And it was outside, no less, as he had to 1,000 times larger than was par for him. What?
You had it right. And it was outside.
And it was outside, no less. All he had to do was walk away from it. I'd personally seen him lay waste to his own bedroom after he had been awakened by an ant crawling on his face.
In the lake!
He pointed toward the door he neglected to shut. I looked at his feet and saw that he also tracked sand inside.
Something is in the lake! It's really big! Something like what?
I said.
You saw it? What do you think it was?
Luke shook his head. I turned fully towards him, abandoning the sandwich I had yet to present to Mary. I took a couple of deep breaths and pushed myself away from the agitated feeling. The kid was obviously scared and needed comfort, even though he might not admit what he was feeling.
I don't know. Maybe we should just pack up and go.
Now that was strange. Luke had been the most vocal of any of us to come to the lake. We had been here once or twice before and had always enjoyed it.
What do you think it was?
I asked again.
A boat or something? There's no need to panic. We can call the police or harbor patrol or whatever. No, it's alive and it's big, like a whale. Whales don't live in freshwater.
I said.
Not a whale.
He shook his head and it conjured an image of his sister when she was 7. Luke and Chrissy looked strikingly alike.
Big like a whale.
It wasn't anything for a worry machine, but I opened the metal tool shed where I kept it.
Can you show me?
Luke nodded slowly, still pointing.
No, I mean, can you take me out there and show me? I'm not going out there, not until we leave.
He shook his head, and again, it was like looking at Chrissy 3 years ago. I huffed and heaved out of my chair and headed for the door, making a mental note to bring the sandwich to Mary once I was done with this. I slid on my Crocs and took the...
I hate this guy.
Just because you don't like Crocs doesn't mean you need to be rude.
Well, did you hear the way he's talking to the kid? The kid's like, I saw something. And he's like, there's no way you saw anything.
All right, hold on.
You're dumb.
Hold on. Nope. The other day, hold on. I have a story to tell.
Okay.
I have a story to tell.
Okay.
You get ready.
Okay.
The other day, I was coming down the stairs, and I am a scaredy cat when it comes to spiders and snakes.
Oh, God, not this one.
And there was a stupid spider on the floor, mind you.
It's a little guy.
And I said, C-Dubs, come get this spider. And you know what he said? Come get it. Come do this. Come do that. No. Help your wife.
I said, why can't you crush the damn spider?
And because I didn't have a shoe on and I didn't have socks.
It's smaller than a dime. I crushed it.
No, it wasn't.
I crushed it with my thumb.
No, it wasn't. It was not
crushed
smaller.
it with my thumb.
It was not smaller than a dime. It was like the size of a quarter. That's big. Except if you live in Australia. They have a lot of big spiders.
Yeah, but if you came in and you're like, there's something in the lake, it's massive like a whale, I'm going out.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, oh yeah, a whale. A whale lives in a...
Well, if I go out and I see nothing's there, I'm definitely going to make fun of you.
See, he's so mean to me, you guys.
But if like I go out and there is something there, they'll be like, oh, I'm glad I came out. So either way, this guy's just jumping the gun and like...
That's
just,
what you do.
Making fun of him.
You do that.
How?
By making fun of me.
Yeah, after I go and check.
Moju's trying to eat my microphone.
Tell her to stop.
She keeps going like this. Pop. 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 I slid on my Crocs and took a few steps down to get to the beach. The view here was unbeatable. When he had last been here, we'd actually stayed. When we had last been here, we'd actually stayed at a different cabin, one with 3 bedrooms. The reservation had been for the same, but when we'd arrived, we saw... Can you not sit in front of my thing? Thank you. We saw there was only 2 bedrooms. That meant that Mary and I were going to have to split. Couldn't mix boys and girls in the same room. So Chrissy was going to get her mother all to herself. And I was going to be settled with 2 teenagers who snore louder than I did. Oh my gosh, this guy just loves to bitch, doesn't he?
This guy's a bitcher. I'm worried about it.
I hope he leaves Chrissy.
Yeah.
Chrissy needs to have a better... Yeah, Chrissy deserves so much better.
Okay, there we go. It smells out here.
I said to nobody.
Oh my god.
Oh my
He's even complaining to himself. He's even everyone doesn't want to listen to him bitch, so they're just like, he's like, well, I gotta say
He better have money.
I gotta say it.
Hopefully he just has good money.
Yeah.
That's why she's
better
with
be
him.
rich. She better be a gold digger. 'Cause otherwise she's digging in like a coal mine.
It reminded me of those farms we took field trips to when I was in elementary school. I looked over my shoulder at Luke in the doorway.
Where?
He was bold enough to lean outside and point somewhere farther down the beach. It was dark and I didn't see anything.
It's about 30 feet down that way.
All right, 10 yards. Whatever he had seen.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he did the math.
Yep.
Our narrator did the math to downplay his son, who knows what 30 feet is. I've never met a 10-year-old who knows what 30 feet is.
Yeah.
Ever. I know 10-year-olds. Like, I barely know any 15-year-olds that know what 30 feet is.
I don't even think I could tell you what 30 feet is.
Yeah, like, I could now, but if I was, like, 13 to, like, 15, like, there's no way. Like, I could guess. I could be
asshole.
like, it's about 30 feet. 10 yards. All right, fuck it. Like, go to hell, dude. I hate this guy. I hate this guy so much. Okay, go ahead.
Whatever he had seen was about a first down away. What?
He's doing football terms.
Oh, I hate football.
Using football terms. So he's not smart. He's not.
I hate this guy.
He's not smart. He's using football terms because.
Oh my gosh, I hate this guy.
This guy sucks.
That farm smell flexed its muscles the closer to the water I got. Definitely smelled like animals. I couldn't put my finger on which one though. I walked as quickly as I could, my Crocs sinking into the soft sand and filling with granules. I wasn't going to need to scrub the dead skin off my heel after we left. Oh my gosh, he's such a priss.
Yeah, he's worried about exfoliating his skin.
Jeez.
Nice. Nice.
I can't do this guy. I scanned the ground before me, still thinking it was a large insect. It seemed more likely than Luke had been exaggerating. What had gone wrong between Mary and me hadn't been direct. It was more like death from 1,000 cuts. Cutting comment here, a missing thank you there. Oh my gosh, he's such an asshole. An opportunity to hold hands lost, and before we knew it, we were near the bottom rung of our marriage.
Okay, I think he's near the bottom rung.
I think he's the problem.
Mary's chilling. Mary's like, no, I mean, if that's what you want, we can go through with it. But she's still kind of in love with him. I like Mary. Mary's a good woman. This guy, I would have fucking killed him a long time ago. As soon as he's like
in the lake.
As soon as we're in like Cabela's and he's like, I think I'm gonna buy these Crocs. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
I think if he brought up anything about football, I would kill him.
Yeah, if he's downgrading my measurements and using football measurements instead, I'm gonna kill him. Like, all right, let's keep going.
I'm so over this.
Yeah, let's keep going. We're not even halfway through yet.
I waded ankle deep into the cold water. Whatever he had seen, I should have been able to see, but there wasn't anything other than lapping water and inky black with twinkles of light as far as I could see, unless it had been some small thing that had been scuttled away in the night, unaware it had been promoted to the threat level by a 15-year-old. This guy's a 15-year-old. This kid is a 15-year-old. And this other guy, this man...
Full-grown man.
Oh my gosh.
He's worried about exfoliating his skin and watching football.
Such a priss.
Such a priss. Like, this guy's the type that's like, I bring you sleep in a tent when you go camping? I bring my camper. He's got a TV mounted. It's like, are you really...
He can't miss the football game.
Yeah, it's like, you really camping, or you just living out in a cabin out in the woods?
Can't do it, this guy. Holy shit. I made a show of looking around, walking another 30 feet and going as deep as mid-shin to ease Luke's mind. There just wasn't anything here. I sliced at the water with my fingertips, giving another 30 seconds and headed back. I was greeted by a teenager who had eaten half of the sandwich I'd made for his mother. His pallor?
Pallor.
What the fuck is a pallor?
I don't know.
His pallor was better, which I hadn't noticed consciously when he'd come in. He'd started to work on the other half when he saw how I was looking at him and said,
I thought it was up for grabs. I'll make another.
I thought for a moment
There's something outside.
thing was just a ruse just to get me away from the sandwich, but he still looked terrified.
Did you see it?
I didn't like the pleading in his voice. It wasn't a manly thing or anything like that. For him to sound that terrified made my heart sink. I would have rather been annoyed with him than afraid for him. I'd almost cheated, which I guess is still cheating. It was with a woman. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay,
so
hold
he's
on.
fucking other women. This guy sucks so bad.
Hold on.
This guy actually sucks so bad. Like, I'm about to crash out. Like,
I'm getting so whiplashed.
Yeah, like the last story, I was in love with both of the characters. Like, it started
Except
off...
for the mean guy.
Well, yeah.
The pervert.
The pervert. The
perverted guy.
Except for the pervert.
I was trying to get cozy.
No, like, the last story, it was just like, oh, wow, okay, I'm in love with both of these characters. These guys are, like, actually good people. This guy's just a fucking douchebag. I'm getting mad. I'm like, it's burning me up. Okay.
You know what I don't like? I don't like how back and forth this guy is.
Yeah, well, he's like...
Like, what sparked the fact of, I'd almost been cheated. I almost cheated.
It's a lot of oh, by the ways.
It's like, dude!
Which could be done a little bit more naturally from the author. But I feel like...
it works, though.
I feel like it does in a way. He's definitely very like, our main character is very narcissistic.
100%.
Very all about me. Yep. Which it sounds like he married into a family which is very, very family oriented. So it's going to be, it's interesting.
Mary needs to leave him.
Yes.
Unless he has millions of dollars.
To see how much, because we're approaching halfway.
I'm just getting so mad.
Yeah. Okay, I almost cheated.
We're not even halfway. What are you talking about?
I know.
I'd almost cheated. Which I guess is still cheating. No dip, Sherlock.
Oh, whoa.
It was with a woman I'd seen at a grocery store. There hadn't been anything oh my god. There hadn't been anything premeditated. We'd just seen each other, passing by across several aisles. We kept crossing eyes when she'd been pushing a half-full cart, and I'd had a basket over my arm with most of the items I was going to use for dinner. Wow, he remembered her.
Yeah.
Very well. I'd all but put her out of my mind as I headed for my car, bags in tow, when I saw her again. I hadn't thought about it. Just saw her loading groceries in her trunk 2 vehicles away from mine, and I stopped. She'd taken great pains to politely refuse my request for her phone number.
Oh my god.
And had taken the extra step to let me know it was only because she'd become serious with the person she was dating. All right. At least she's a good person.
Yeah. She's like, no, thank you. I have a husband.
No.
I have a boyfriend.
There you go.
I have a boyfriend. It's okay. I have a boyfriend. You should give me your number, babe. We could go to the room and watch some fucking Jets versus the Jags.
I'm getting so pissed off.
Hey, your car's like a yard in. What are you talking about? You should pull your car in when you park. You should pull it in like an extra yard. What? a yard, like like a almost
football yard.
Yeah, like if you added 7 more to those, it'd be like a first down.
Stop!
What are you talking about? It's like the size of a football. It's like 3 feet. 3 feet equals a yard.
Your kid looks like I could throw him like a football.
Yeah. Did you know I'm 2 yards long, 2 yards tall?
I thought you were talking about something else.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
Good Lord. Let's not go into that.
All right, here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
It could have been a line to get me out of her face, but she seemed earnest. I didn't want to believe I would have done anything, that I could have come to my senses, but I was no hero. Even though she had shut me down, I'd set foot on a road I vowed never to travel. This is making me hate him more and more.
Yeah, a road he never travels.
Wow.
Sure.
You mean a field he would never travel?
Yeah.
Not a road. Remember.
Yeah. First down line he'll never cross.
He'll never cross that.
An end zone he'll never receive at. A field goal he'll never kick. It's not good. I can't.
I'm getting so much whiplash in this. I don't like it.
I know. It's all right. We're doing good.
I slid a comforting hand across Luke's back a couple times and felt a percentage of tense ease out of him. All right. A little too comfortable with his...
Yeah, with his not kid.
Not kid. Keep your hands to yourself, bud.
I didn't see anything. Maybe whatever it is, or maybe whatever it was is gone now. Maybe whatever... What the fuck is going on here? Maybe whatever what was is gone now?
Chrissy emerged from the bathroom. She'd been quiet in
what?
there. I'm just...
Chrissy, get out of here. Get out of here. Go run laps. The fuck are you saying? The hell was that? It wasn't even words. Making noises.
I can't.
Maybe because word
is hard.
Fantastic all around Beatrice. What? Go to bed. Okay, go ahead.
She had been quiet in there, probably listening in, but I had no clue how she had heard. Luke and I met eyes for a moment, and I couldn't read whether he wanted me to keep quiet.
Might have been something outside, but if there had been, it's gone now. You think it could be a mermaid? Fuck off.
This family is crazy.
Where?
She asked. It was hard to believe she was serious. Chrissy was one of the sharpest 10-year-olds I'd ever met. Well, she had been the sharpest 7-year-old I'd ever met 3 years ago, and that was much smarter now. She didn't believe in the traditional fairy tale creatures. No
What
Santa
is with him in
Claus.
threes? 3 yards? 3 feet equals a yard?
It might be.
3 feet equals a yard, yeah?
It might be his favorite number.
Yeah, I guess. 7-year-old, 3 years ago. It's like indirect threes every single time he mentions a number. I try to write my number, which is 3333333. Okay, good.
I'm so upset.
Yeah, I'm getting mad. I'm slowly getting mad.
She didn't believe in any of the traditional fairy tale creatures. No Santa Claus, no Easter Bunny, no Wolf Man, no flying spaghetti monster. Hold on. Who the hell is a flying spaghetti monster?
It's a religion. A faux religion. Because people wanted to wear cauldrons. Not cauldrons. They wanted to wear hats in their driver's license photos. This is how the story goes. Basically, in order to do that, they needed to have a religion. So a religion was founded based on the flying spaghetti monster, and then you're allowed to wear a strainer on your head now. That's whole.
Did you just say a strainer?
Yes, it is a real. It is a real thing. It is a workaround of the system because people wanted to wear hats, and now you can wear a strainer on your head. So there you go. There's that.
Wow.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The things I learned in this story.
There had to be a story. There had to be a story behind it.
But she absolutely believed mermaids were real. There had to be a story behind it. But I had never been able to get... Oh, is that what you were talking
Yeah.
about? I was like, what? Oh my gosh. There had to be a story behind it, but I had never been able to get her to explain it to me. How a child so ruled by logic still was able to make room for not only a magical creature, but this particular magical creature. She had already debunked the narwhal as being the source of a mermaid mythos. I had gotten bits and pieces over the last 3 years, but never in a cohesive enough story that I could process. But she hadn't stopped trying to convince me or the rest of the family. I didn't have to believe it, though. It was enough to believe that she believed it.
Maybe... Oh, here, I'm going to change her voice. Maybe this is it.
She turned around and charged back to the bedroom where her mother was sleeping.
Chrissy!
I saved my breath. She already had the door open, and either her mother was going to wake up or she wasn't. This was out of my hands. She came back a moment later with a Ziploc bag of mermaid feed. As far as I could tell, it was a mix of trail mix and seaweed. She carried a flashlight in her other hand. According to Chrissy, mermaids only came out at night, so she had come prepared. Again, I was calling after her when she'd already begun to do what she was going to do, namely dashing outside with her items. I was about to follow her when I spotted the toy soldiers she dropped on her way out. I thought it was just her luck for Mary to wake up and step on one of them.
Watch your sister,
I said to Luke, turning to pick up the toys. Right as I got on one knee, the bedroom door opened. It didn't immediately occur to me that it was Mary, even though I had just thought about this very thing happening. I sort of paused as she passed me. She was halfway to the door when I realized she must have been sleepwalking.
Mary!
I chased behind her, my steps in sync with hers. Right, left, catching her before she got to the door.
We were only 3 yards away. That was enough for a 1st and 4.
Stop it!
I fucking hate this. Mary! Oh, wait. Mom, are you okay?
Luke said.
Where am I?
She sounded terrified. Mary turned her head and looked at him for a second. I thought she was awake. Instead of answering him, she was barefoot, kicked him in the shin.
Like a football. Making field goal. Punt. She punted him in the shin.
It couldn't have hurt. But he stepped back and looked at me confused. I wrapped an arm around her waist and drew her in close.
She's fine,
I said, lacing Mary's hand with mine. I looked into her glassy eyes.
She's sleepwalking.
I turned her around and ushered her back to the bedroom. Of the 5 toy soldiers Chrissy had left in the threshold, only 2 were left, not 3, but only 1 was standing. I looked over my shoulder and
No, there's 3. There's 3. There's 3. Only 2 were left, but 1 was standing. That's 3. 2 plus 1.
No, 1 out of the 2 were standing, you dip.
Okay, yeah, I was dumb. I'm dumb.
Who needs to go back to counting lessons?
She can't fly.
Mary was in a dreamy voice.
Please help her swim. Okay, honey.
I cooed to her as I slid back the covers. She didn't fight. Mary had sleepwalked a few times with me present. She never resisted being escorted back to bed. Before I covered her legs, I spotted another soldier on her foot. I plucked it off and put it on the dresser. Mary mumbled. I unlaced my fingers with hers and paused before I left her.
I want to get in the water.
She said. It sounded sort of like air being let out of a balloon. And then she was all the way gone again. It had been like she had been fighting her way to the surface, but something was dragging her back down. I closed the bedroom door behind me and followed Chrissy outside. Not because I was worried she was going to get gobbled up by the lake monster I hadn't spotted, but because it was dark out and I had the same parental reaction to miscellaneous danger any parent would. Clearly, he does not have the same parental reactions if he goes by and says 10 yards or 10, what was it? 3 yards?
I don't even know.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, 10 feet. Or no, 30 feet. And he's like 10 yards.
Oh, yeah. 30 feet.
30
10
feet,
yards.
10 yards.
Hell, I admit it. I love these kids. Liked them most times, too. I didn't want to leave them. Okay. Just leave. If you're planning on leaving, just leave.
Yeah, the fact that he keeps bringing it up is
That's what pisses me off.
It's kind of taking me out. I'm not going to lie. Like, it feels like he's trying to convince himself to stay. I just don't like our narrator enough to be like, oh, whoa, he should stay. Or like, oh, wow, this is so sad.
Excuse me, I'm the best narrator you could ever ask for.
Go ahead.
Did you even hear me?
Yeah, I did.
You're just going to choose to ignore me?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. See? He doesn't love me, you guys. You better leave then. Better leave.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave them.
I like them most of the time.
Sounds like a lot of like inconveniences where he's just like trying to convince himself to leave.
Chrissy was in the process of sweeping her flashlight back and forth along the beach face. I hung back, letting her conduct her investigation. It was harmless enough, and I had an eye on her.
Whoa, hold on. Who's saying this? What's going on?
Mark. That's Mark.
Oh, what's going on?
We both turned to see Mark stepping out onto the sand.
Luke said a mermaid's out here,
Chrissy said.
Mermaid?
Mark said, it like he didn't know what one was. I didn't bother correcting him. His little sister's obsession was well known by all of us.
Did he really see something?
Mark chuffed? Is that the word?
I don't know.
And thumbed over his shoulder at the cabin.
He's so white.
I stifled my laugh and shrugged.
What a fucking asshole. This guy sucks. This guy sucks so bad. I think this is my least favorite narrator so far.
I'm really upset.
Yeah, like it's not even like a fun, like, he sucks. It's like, no, this guy's just kind of a piece of shit. Because he's just, like, he's saying comments and, like, I should probably just leave her. Oh, and he's got main character syndrome like you wouldn't believe. Like, this is
a hard read.
Which sucks.
But it's only because of him.
Yeah,
What's his name again?
I don't even know.
Does he even have a name?
I don't know yet. It's okay. It's alright. Luke thought he saw something and Chrissy overheard. Hey, neighbor!
Mark and I jumped. We saw the bud of a lit cigarette in the shadows of the adjacent cabin. Someone with a cigarette sauntered down. I glanced my stepdaughter's way to make sure she hadn't waded too far into the water. She could swim, but again, that nascent parental instinct found in anyone who had... Okay, this is pissing me off. Instead of saying, because I'm a good father figure, no, it's because, I have the parental obligation.
I'm like a father.
Like any other father.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
pissing me off.
It's a choice.
That nascent. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, whatever.
Parental instinct found in anyone who had walked into an already existing family reared its concerned head. Chrissy was only ankle deep.
Hey.
I said to the woman, oh gosh.
Oh great, he's gonna try to fuck her.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, I'm diagnosing that. I'm gonna set a diagnosis. And I'm gonna say he's gonna try and fuck this chick.
100%.
Okay.
I could say that too.
Yep.
She halted and took a final long drag of her cigarette before flicking it to an surprisingly high arc toward the water. She slid the door of her jaw forward and blew a column of smoke straight up.
She's a cutie,
she said, smiling. She was an older woman who gave too much gum when she smiled.
I saw her some come chagrin.
Sure.
Charging.
Oh my god. I was not able to form that word in my head.
I saw her come charging out of the water. Ooh, that smell.
We both nodded in that new to each other manner between strangers.
I'm Rick.
Old and new cigarette smell paled off her skin, and I turned my head to half cough the familiar asthmatic itch in my lungs.
This guy's a piece of shit. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Move on. Mary.
She said. I laughed.
My wife's name is Mary. What the fuck? What is this name? My name's Cindy Lou Ambarau. Cindy Lou Ambarjo.
I felt the weight of her eyes on me, examined for judgment. I cast my eye to stretch.
Wait, what? Hold on. I'm so lost. Hold on. So she says her name's Mary. He says, my wife's Mary. And then she goes, my name's Cindy Lou Ambrosiu. What?
Time out. Wait, who's Rick?
I gotta see how to pronounce this. This is French. This is like Creole French.
Wait,
which is a fun fact.
Time out. Who's Rick? Who's Mary? And who's Cindy Lou Ambrosiu?
Rick. So our main character is Rick. I don't know what the girl's name is because she said Mary and then she said, my name's Cindy Lou Ambrosiu. So I'm lost. I have no idea. What her name is. I'm assuming Cindy.
Who wrote this again?
Gerald Rice.
Gerald. Bro.
Big dog.
Dude, I'm so confused. Because even later it says, nice to meet you, Mr. Mary. So
there's two people?
There's three?
Wait.
So who's Rick, who's Mary, and who's Cindy Lou Ambrosiu?
Ambrosiu.
I don't care.
Ambrosiu.
Who's the three people?
Hold on. Said the woman as she approached. Mark and I jumped. I
think her name's Mary. So are there two girls? Are there two old ladies?
I don't think so. I think it's one, but I don't fucking know. I don't know, and I think we'll just imagine it as he's very sexist and he just thinks all women are named his wife's name. That's what we're gonna roll with.
I'm so confused.
Because he goes, nice to meet you, Mrs. Cindy Lou.
Yeah, and then she goes, nice to meet you, Mr. Mary.
Okay, well, we haven't even read that part, so let's read it, and then we'll decide.
So confused. I felt the weight of her eyes on me, examining for judgment. I cast my eyes to stretch of water and sand where Chrissy was.
Nice to meet you, Miss... Oh, wait. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Cindy Lou.
I don't think I could manage that last name.
Fuck you, dude. Just try. Nice to meet you, Mr. Mary. Apart from the smell of cow butt. First time up here?
I'm so confused. I shook my offered hand, her skin papery and dry. There was an extreme lack of moisture in the air despite the cold summer, and I already had a nosebleed in the brief time we'd been here.
Well, what? Huh?
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
I'm missing something.
Yeah. Oh, do we just not pick up on a clue? Hold on. Well, let's talk about this. Hold on. We'll talk about this as we go further. Maybe it'll come out. Mine, not hers. My wife's family is up north.
This is him.
Oh my god. Mine, not hers. My wife's family is up north.
Oh wait, time out. Time. Hold on, time out. Okay, hold on.
Did we miss something? I went back. I couldn't find anything, but I feel like this is a Sherlock Holmes mystery.
She's a cutie. She was an old woman who gave too much gum. Okay. He says, I'm going to assume, he says, I'm Rick. She says, I'm Mary. Then she goes, my wife's name is Mary. Mine's sitting, okay. Could she be married to a lady?
Well, she definitely could, but maybe.
So she was like, oh, my wife is named Cindy Lou.
Maybe.
But then what doesn't make sense is he goes, "Nice to meet you, Mrs. Cindy Lou."
Yeah.
And then "Nice to meet
It's
you."
okay.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Okay. As a joke, okay, this is what I'm assuming. Okay, to help us understand this. Okay. If this is what I'm thinking. Okay. His name is Rick. Okay?
Yep.
We got that. Her name is Mary. Got
Okay.
that. He says, "My wife's name is Mary." Whoa, that's a cool thing. She goes, "Oh, my wife is named Cindy Lou." Okay?
Okay.
And then he makes a joke saying, "Well, nice to meet you, Mrs. Cindy Lou." Get it? Because it's like two women.
Jokes are supposed to be funny.
Okay? No, but I'm trying to make a thing. Or I'm trying to understand.
No, I get what you're going for.
So then she goes, "Oh, well, nice to meet you, Mr. Mary," using his wife's name as the second joke, part of the joke.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Are we making sense?
Yeah.
That is my guess.
Okay.
That is like
We're gambling here. We're gambling.
I'm 100% guessing because that's the only thing that's making sense in my head.
Okay. Let's just move forward.
No, because on the way out, he keeps talking about two people. I'm like, I don't know who these people are.
Well, let's hope that they clear it up.
So this is what I'm thinking. Oh, this is what I'm thinking. Okay. The reason why I say this is she's going to go, or he goes, first time up here, she goes, "Mine, not hers. My wife's family is from up north." Her wife, but she's out with dinner with some cousins because Mary, his wife, is in the cabin sleeping because she has a migraine.
Yeah.
So it can't be them. So my diagnosis here is she's married to a woman and her wife is Cindy Lou.
I'm getting a headache.
And her wife is out with dinner
We're not even
with cousins.
We're not even halfway through it.
Okay?
I'm getting a headache.
Are we understanding?
Yeah. Let's go. Let's just go.
Now,
she's out.
Now, Gerald, hold on. Gerald needs to explain this in the comments.
Yeah, Gerald, what the fuck,
because
dude?
I'm getting confused.
Okay.
Okay.
She's out to dinner with some cousins.
There's a little something there that I had a feeling would come to light if we talked long enough.
Had to have a little heart-to-heart. We came up 2 summers ago.
I said.
Just a little family getaway.
Luke had barely joined us outside. Not more than a few feet from the door. He looked like he could umbrage with the sky.
Take umbrage with the sky?
Sure.
I feel like we're using big words to sound more photosynthesis, my friend.
I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, that's my favorite joke when people use words and it's just like feels random. Okay, whatever. This is Mark. The one up here, the one up there with "Get Off My Lawn" face is Luke, and
this guy is so nice to his own, like, married and kids.
Chrissy's our little fisher. Well, why would you say this is Mark, the one up there with "Get Off My Lawn" face? Why would you say that?
Oh, by the way, his stepdaughter is the fisher.
What? Just say resting bitch face.
RBF even.
Yeah, just the one up there with RBF. That's Luke.
Or you know what you could say? This is Mark. Up there's Luke. Chrissy's the girl.
Yeah, Chrissy's down by the lake.
You don't have to be, "Get off my face, lawn."
I think it's just because our narrator is so dislikable.
I am getting so pissed off every sentence we read.
Every time he talks, it's just like, I just hate him more. Okay.
I gesture. Oh my gosh. I gestured to each of the kids in turn.
Well, tell her to save some for everyone else.
She and Mark shook hands before she looked around.
Where's your missus?
Migraine.
Migraine. She laid down pretty much as soon as we got here. Sorry to hear that.
She put the can of beer she'd been holding in her other hand to her lips and pitched her head back for a long swallow. She stumbled like she'd confused her left foot from her right, but kept them both under her. If I had to guess, Mary was working on her third or fourth of the night. Luke had waved his brother over and was saying something to him. They both had an eye on their sister. I looked at Mary. She was a stranger, and I figured there couldn't be any harm in telling her what had just happened. We weren't going to see her after this weekend for at least a year. If ever again, I don't think the story would be memorable after tonight. It was a single-serve memory. Recall once, then discard.
Okay, if you have to reason with yourself to tell somebody something, you probably shouldn't tell them that.
And why? That's like, oh, where's your missus? Okay.
Well, I'm gonna trauma dump.
Well, I'm gonna trauma dump about her kids now.
Yeah, her kids. Did you know that this kid's seeing shit? Like, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It matches his character flow, so.
It's pissing me off.
Luke said he saw something in the water.
I said.
Something big.
Mary turned her head to the shore and nodded appreciably.
Maybe it's the Great Lakes whale migration.
She said.
Oh my god.
The what?
So pissed off. I had no idea what she was talking about and was on the verge of taking her seriously. The smile hanging on her face dropped when she realized I didn't understand.
Kidding.
She mock punched me in the arm. Mary had a rich baritone and could have easily been a DJ on the radio. Mark trudged past me in annoyed dishonor.
Who?
What?
Hold on, what? Mary had a rich baritone? But okay, so she's Mary. We come to that conclusion,
I
right?
literally just gave you the family tree.
My bad, I'm dumb. Good. Mark trudged past me.
An annoyed look on his face.
He's crazy,
he said, heading toward his sister. I appreciated that he didn't believe his brother, but still could look after his sister. Mark was the middle child and was the ever-constant bridge between siblings.
The waves do seem a little bigger than norm, don't you think?
Mary asked.
I guess.
I said, not really knowing how to tell the difference. Then I wonder how she'd know. What? Then I wondered how she'd known, considering she said she'd never been up here before.
Can you tell?
I had a few cigs over yonder before y'all came out. Boy, you'll get used to the smell the longer you're out here.
She seemed to be reading my mind and answering questions I hadn't had a chance to ask.
But he didn't ask that question. He asked, can you tell? There was no answer.
So maybe she's the monster.
I hope so.
She's the giant horse in the lake.
Yeah. She just transforms like Animorphs.
To be honest, wouldn't shock me in this
okay,
book.
It's all right.
I must have missed your boy, though.
I looked at the water again. Mark was standing just outside the water's reach, one hand in the pocket of his hoodie, the other holding his phone. To his credit, he did glance up at her every 10 seconds or so. Come to think of it, those waves did look big. But it could have been because the moon It could have been because of the moon, for all I knew.
What? Now he's talking about gravity. He's talking about the gravitational influence of the moon and Earth's waves.
Just
this little
keep
lake,
reading.
dog. This little lake.
Reading.
This isn't the ocean.
Just keep reading.
Like, oh my god. The moon's gravitational pull is very strong. What is it called when the moon is like the closest it gets to Earth?
I don't know.
It's fucking, oh my god, I hate this guy. That's like, that moon's at least 700 football fields away.
I asked Mary.
Till Wednesday. I'm gonna meet my in-laws for the first time tomorrow.
I didn't know whether I should have felt sympathy for her. It was strange she wasn't out to dinner with her wife now. Hey!
Called it. Boom.
I didn't know their situation. Maybe it was completely normal. But I couldn't help but think I would have been more than a little bothered if I had been me. Mary fell down. Not hard. She just spontaneously lost her balance and sat on her butt. In true alcoholic fashion, though, she protected her beer. She looked at me embarrassed. I smirked, hopefully communicating I wasn't just laughing at her, but with her.
We all fall down.
I'm not sure why I said that,
Neither
but
are
it seemed to help.
Neither are we, dog.
She just took my hand and I helped her up.
He's gonna fuck this chick. I guarantee it.
He might be banging 2 chicks.
I hope not.
You guys want a threer?
Little threesome going.
Oh yeah.
How we get a little 4-leg going.
Stop.
They're like, hey, how about we tell you about the girl we stole from a Christmas lot? Oh my God.
She locked up right now in my cabin.
She locked up right behind the cabin. She's in the snow. How about you guys?
Just until Sunday afternoon.
Where are you from?
A sandwich had been the hinge on the closing door of our marriage.
What?
What? What?
Holy shit. What?
What?
Yeah? I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to my cabin. Have a good one.
No, I think I heard you wrong with all these beers in me.
Yeah. You okay?
I'm not feeling too well. I'm gonna go lay down.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't remember what the argument was about or how it started. It's about a sandwich.
Why did it end with "Where are you from"?
Oh, but remember,
It might come back. It's okay.
a sandwich led them here.
Yep. Okay.
Only that I had made a sandwich for her that led to me sleeping on the couch.
Okay.
Of course, it hadn't really been about the sandwich. It had only been the start. It had been like a match that led to a forest fire, raising a town. I can't honestly remember a word I shouted at the woman I'd pledged to love for the rest of my life. I was about to answer Mary when Christy screamed, "It's huge!" She said. My eyes were immediately on her, but I didn't see anything else. Couldn't identify the danger. Mark was still rooted where he was, but his phone was nowhere in sight. They both were looking up, like there was something in the distance, but I didn't see it. I felt Mary move with me as I approached.
Chrissy, honey, don't let her go. Don't let her go.
Luke said.
Don't let her go.
I'd have the distance when I finally saw it. It had been there, but it had simply been so humongous, I'd been blind to it. Like I'd been looking for a 7-Eleven and walked face first into Sears Tower.
That sounds like a New Yorker joke that I'm too Midwest to understand.
I don't get it, but all right. The water was receding from waist high, but she didn't seem to have moved. Whatever it was, I had misplaced a tremendous amount of water.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
Mary.
They put the italicized on the last my. I had to read it how it's written.
Mary was on a dialogue loop, and I couldn't blame her. Every time I thought I'd seen all of it, I kept seeing more, a lot more, yet I was extremely calm. The worry machine was quiet. Last year I got into it.
All right, we're just plugging shit.
Now we're just saying random crap.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't care about the present. I need to tell you all about my life.
Yeah. Hey, just a reminder.
Hey, so like right now,
just remind.
Hey, I just want you guys to know.
You see a monster?
Right now, we're sitting here reading your guys' story. Hey,
what do you think would solve
about
this?
Going to that movie?
Yeah, you remember that movie?
Remember that movie we went and saw 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So anyways, while
I think sentence structure is huge here. And like going into writing advice, I think sentence structure is huge here. If you want to try to go for a flashback or an event which he's reflecting upon while this big monster's coming out, I think first off, we need to work on timing because we're seeing this monster come up, and it would be great if it was the start of, like, say, a new part. Like part 2.
Hey, AL here. I should probably mention that we read the first draft. The second draft that Gerald sent us had parts. So that was my fault for failing to see that. Now back to the episode.
Hey, last year I got into a 1-car accident, and then it's like, okay, it took us out of it and put us into a different place. But right now, it's like I just picture him sitting on this beach watching this monster come out of the water, and then he just takes a knee and he's like, last year I got into a 1-car accident.
Okay, but for me, what's throwing me off is it does not pertain to anything.
Yeah, well,
about the
but like
situation.
I said, if it does, like if we're reading on into this flashback and it brings it back to where we're at,
though, to
but
me.
hold on. What he needs to do as a writer is sentence structure that to a point where we can understand where it's coming, even to the point of part 2 or chapter 2, where it completely breaks it up. Because so far, every flashback we've gone to has been like 5 sentences.
I have no idea why.
And each one of them completely takes us out of the current situation. It needs to be reflected in the structure of the story. So I'd say even like when he's talking about the sandwich that he was fighting with his wife about, I would say like they start fighting in the story, like that's why she goes to bed, rather than being like, oh, I have a migraine.
You know when
like,
you should have brought up the sandwich part? Is when he was making the sandwich.
Yeah. No, not even then.
Yes.
Because I feel like that's still too late.
I don't.
You don't think so?
Imagine you're sitting there making a sandwich, and the sandwich brings you into that thought process of,
I fucking hate my
this
wife.
damn sandwich. This is what made us be in a fight a few weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that, though.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good part.
Yeah, but talking to this redneck neighbor.
And then it's like, so where'd you go? Where are you guys from? I made a sandwich last year.
And my wife almost
And my
left me.
wife, I should have left her. What?
Yeah, I think that's what's taking me out. Is like the pacing is off. I'm not feeling any tension in the environment. You know, I'm trying to
say, if you're wanting us to hate the main guy, we are hating the main guy.
like the main guy sucks. The main character sucks. And it's like I'm rooting. All right, whatever.
This is hard for me to get into. That's all I'm saying.
Let's just.
But let's hear about this 1-car accident, shall we?
Yeah, let's keep boogieing.
Last year, I got into a 1-car accident driving home on M5. The eastbound lanes had been closed to construction. My phone's weather app had cautioned for high winds before I left the office. There had been a fair amount of wind buffeting. That's how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you, really? Oh. Buffeting. But nothing I wasn't able to handle. There'd been a white box truck in front of me when I spotted what appeared to have a square of cardboard blowing high into the sky and began trickling down. I'd immediately written it off, even if it was on a course to strike my car. It was only cardboard. Then a particle board struck my vehicle, smashing the windshield and showering droplets of safety glass into the passenger seat. I hadn't panicked. It's so sudden and violent that my brain, either on an instant or self-preservation, or just a malfunction, had simply not reacted. I pulled off the freeway on the next exit and stopped a few blocks down in the office parking lot. Only then, the possibility of what could have happened came down to me. This was like that. My brain wasn't processing the situation like Mary's or the kids. Okay, see, that transition was really good.
Yeah, but you completely pull us out of the current situation.
Correct.
Like this was that.
But I think that transition out of all of them was the best one so far.
Yeah, I would, as an author, I would have shortened that explanation a little bit and started off with, this felt like the time
when I had to pull off due to
rather than stopping us, because it's like you hold up your stop sign, you say, hey, get off the road, and so we all get off the road, and then you let traffic through for a little bit, and then you allow us to walk with traffic rather than just allow us to walk with traffic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like, why are we taking this shortcut when in reality it wasn't even a shortcut? It's just
you just elongated the sentence and made it way fluffier.
Yes.
Than it needed to be.
Yes.
Okay.
But again, I do think that transition was better than
it was a lot smoother.
Any of the other transitions that I've seen.
Yes.
Like, because to me, it's like, oh, okay, I understand why he brought that up versus the sandwich even.
Yeah.
Like, that still is not making sense to my head.
Yes.
So, this was like that. My brain wasn't processing in this situation like Mary's or the kids. I felt my heart pulsing in my chest just as calmly as when we'd been talking a moment before. I knew I could get my kids away from it, but that was a process of logic and not instinctual fear.
Honey, get out of the water.
I charged the last few feet and sloshed to a stop in a confusion of senses. I was close to whatever it was, closer than I realized. I felt the heat coming from a ball of flesh, not more than 5 feet from me. Water splashed my way up to my chest, but it was more like a punch than pushed me back a step or two.
Rick, it's a horse!
I had no idea how Chrissy could conceive what it was. All I saw was black like the water, but solid, like the water had turned into something.
Honey, move back, okay?
Chrissy was smiling, and rather than retreating, she stepped forward and almost chin deep raised her hand like she was going to pet it. Once again, I opened my mouth too late to tell her not to do it. My instinct could have been to swat her hand, but I've been closer, and my re-throbbing head suddenly made me think of her mother. I looked at it, finding the smooth, iridescent black coat
coalesced
into something I recognized. Although the scale was overwhelming, nails scraped the inside of my skull as if if the idea of what I was seeing was too large to fit inside my brain. This was its head, a corner of it anyway. I looked along the flank as far as I could see the night. I couldn't even begin to process how tall it must have been standing up. It had to have been lying in the water, giant eyeball about 30 feet. 30 feet above, blinked several times. And
several times 3.
What?
Several times.
3. And swiveled. I had no way to be sure, but I think it was looking at me. I walked around, looking up and down, feeling like I was dislocating my neck before seeing the top of this thing. Still, though I wasn't afraid, the worry machine was quiet.
Mark, move your sister back.
I was reading from a script. Protecting the children, at least at the moment, was an autopiloted function. Neither of them moved. I scooped Chrissy into the crook of one arm, and she went limp like a puppy, picking up by the scruff. I handed her to Mark, who wrapped his arms around her, both of them staring openly transfixed. I herded them as gently as I could out of the water, then I gave Mark a light slap on the cheek. He focused on me, annoyed as if I prematurely awakened him from a nap.
Mark, take your sister back inside.
I don't want to go.
Chrissy wriggled in her brother's arms, and he dropped her feet first.
It's beautiful, Rick.
I grasped her shoulders before she could walk past me.
Chrissy, stop.
I felt the shift behind me.
Oh, ma.
Mary said. She took a long pull from her can. Her eyes swiveled upward.
No.
I thought I heard Luke say in the distance, but for just a moment, the only thing occupying the world was me. With me was a magnificent thing in the water. Felt like removing my hands from my ears after having them covered for a long time. Experiencing hearing like it was something adjacent to new, except it felt like that throughout my whole body. The horse was raising its gigantic head out of the water. The tide receded and everything seemed to suck toward it, like it had its own gravity. I struggled to maintain my balance like a gust of wind had pushed at my back, but in truth it was probably just the giant animal dominating my vision and destroying my equilibrium. Water poured off of its black body. The eyes locked onto us and shrinking as its head seemingly disappeared into the night sky. Its neck was a tower, columns of muscle wider than all of us in a row, touching fingertip to fingertip. Its chest was as broad as a Rocky Mountain face. There was a mighty clomp in the sand that shook the earth mere feet from me that I barely noticed. Sand slapping over my entire left side like a landmine had gone off, but it immediately rinsed away by the constant waterfall we were all standing under. Someone was shouting, but whoever it was a million miles away. There was another clomp somewhere farther down the beach. I began to stir from my reverie. And there was Luke shouting next to me, hooking me in the arm. His words didn't make sense. Oh my god. His words didn't make sense, but I turned toward him as he pulled me. I saw the horse's foreleg. I don't know how Chrissy had been able to tell it was a horse before straightening like some heavy construction machine craning a load somewhere in the sky above us. We trudged toward the cabin, but the sand had been something to contend with, was an afterthought. My burning calves seemed to belong to someone else. With the torrent finally ended, I was soaked. We had stopped in the sudden silence. Turning around was more of a measure of defense to see the break in the clouded sky and the moonlight crashing against the ebony, elegant
Leviathan.
It was possibly tall, like it was intersecting with the curvation of the earth tall. I thought I could make out its mane. Whipping around it had to be thin atmosphere. We all stood and watched it for an indeterminate moment. It was absolutely regal. Mary wrapped around my arm and pulled into me. For however many eotas, she was my Mary and I was his.
What?
She was my Mary and I was her wife too? Mark hadn't come with us for some reason. He stood partially in the water where I had left him. He was feet away from a hoof that was easily 20 lengths taller than him. Panic did seize me. Finally, the worry machine revved to life and I opened my mouth. I sensed the balance to be upset, the electrified space slowly exploding as he compressed it between his body and the small section of the horse's. With splayed fingers, he had laid a palm on it. The horse startled, shaking the floor of the earth as it stomped away. The Greek military leader,
Xenophon,
perfected the art of training horses in battle, using them to kick soldiers and trample them. He also the father of dressage.
Yeah?
What happened to Mark couldn't have been considered discipline, but the effect was the same. I don't know if it were intentional. More than likely it wasn't, but the giant hoof clomped around. Mark dodged around like he was running through a minefield. Then he was gone. The hoof continued stopping around a few moments more. A rumbling earthquake beneath our feet and a rain of wet sand coming down on us before the horse stopped. Mark was just gone. Luke was screaming like I actually heard him. Luke was screaming. When I actually heard him, it took a moment longer to realize he was yelling his brother's name. Common sense would have told us to flee inside the cabin, but our senses were flowing into us like blood circulating back into the numb fingers. There was a moment of quiet as it reared its head back. It felt a slow motion moment until its head rushed at us like a giant arrow. I had no reflexes to respond. Mary was the only one who put up a defense arm, as if it could have protected her, and she was the one that took the horse spit down on her raised forearm. Microscopic as a surgeon's scalpel with teeth as wide as 3 cabins, and plucked her off the ground. It reeled ahead backward and flung her. Mary pinwheel into the sky, a dissolving blur into the upper atmosphere. She could have been catapulted in the sky, and I didn't want to find out. The whirring machine was roaring. Everyone in, I said. Sorry.
Everybody in!
I said. Herding Luke and Chrissy the rest of the way inside. I pressed my back against the door, then turned off the light. Luke and Chrissy looked at me as if I had answers to fix this. We gotta go get Mark.
Whoa.
Yup.
We gotta go get Mark.
Luke didn't actually make a move to go back outside. He was more saying the thing a caring brother should say. But there's no Mark to go get. His death had been as brutal as it had been unintentional. Going out there or allowing Luke to go out there was dangerous and pointless. Chrissy was crying silently. I looked at her, really looked, running my hands over her head and arms to ensure she was physically all right. The whirring machine was humming along nicely. She grabbed onto me.
Get your mother.
I said to Luke.
We're leaving.
We weren't safe here.
She's asleep.
He said, looking confused. He ran into the boys' room.
No.
I said.
We don't have time for bags.
He looked at me.
Just wake your mother up and bring her. We're leaving in 3 minutes. Hey, 3. There's another 3. Really liking those 3s.
Oh, yeah.
What should I do, Rick?
Chrissy said.
Oh, sorry.
What did I do, Rick?
Chrissy said.
Grab the snack tray from the fridge.
So they don't have time to pack bags, but they do
so
have
funny.
time to go grab the snacks.
We could easily buy something for the next gas. Okay, this is you. Sorry. No, this is you.
Can you keep going for just a second?
Yeah, I got you. We could easily buy something from the next gas station, but I figured keeping her busy would keep her calm. I snatched my keys off the island. Chrissy joined me, carrying the plastic tray with deli slices, cheese cubes, and veggies. I wanted to run, but I was going to have to slow the pace so she wouldn't drop it. The earth was still shaking with each step. She was going to look for the horse, and I anticipated her distraction when we stepped outside. I kept my eyes on her, guiding her down the stairs and around the side of the cabin. She gasped, but didn't resist as I ushered her along. Preoccupying myself with her was enough distraction that I didn't have my keys ready to have the doors unlocked by the time we got there. We were exposed. If the horse were looking, it would see us. It seemed to have an eye for motion. You gonna pick up?
The air went still.
Rick?
Chrissy said. My hands were shaking and I had dropped the keys. I wanted to scream at myself to command me to stop being so clumsy, but I was so jittery that I could barely pick them up again. Chrissy sat the tray on the ground and placed her little hands around mine.
You're keeping us safe.
She said, looking into my eyes.
We're going to be okay.
I felt like I was failing my family. Didn't 5 minutes ago he wanted a divorce?
Yep.
I felt like I was failing my family, I wanted to say.
What about Mark?
But I kept my intrusive thoughts inside, trying and failing to smile when my face was on the verge of crumbling into crying. But I was able to fish the key into the lock and turn it without breaking it off. The door pulled open with a groan that made everything inside me tense. But I shoved Chrissy in the passenger seat as gently as I could. I ran around to the other side, and like a sweet girl, she had plucked the lock on my door by the time I got there. An involuntary tear prickled my eye, and this time I did smile. It was a reprieve from the horror happening around us. Not honor, horror. But I was also fuel to keep going. Speaking of which, I wasn't sure how much the gas station wagon actually had. But away from here was the bare minimum. Headlights bathed us before I got in, and I froze. Panic pulled me into opposing directions. I should have run toward the street, waving my arms for them to turn back, and I had my family to get to safety. The little car stopped in front of the cabinet the other Mary had come from. My heart sank as the person I guessed was her wife got out along with 3 other people, the cousins. They were smiling and laughing. A woman lifted a hand to me and a woman lifted a hand to wave at me, and I didn't react. That was so hard for me to say for some reason. She shook her head, but they continued toward the cabin's entrance. I was a strange one, notwithstanding being black in what was more than likely a little town.
So it's black?
I guess.
I feel like we're just dropping shit now.
Yep. That was 99% white, but my hands had been huge, and I'd simply stared at people who were being friendly, had greeted me.
Where are we going with this?
The woman with the keys stopped at the door. Someone said something, and the other 3 people laughed. They crowded behind her. She dropped the keys. The air was gestating with danger. I looked up in time to see something slice through a massive tangle of clouds. I wanted to open my mouth to warn them, but all I could do was watch. Wow, he is such an asshole. It crushed the entire cabin under hoof. A rush of wind pinned me to the side of the station wagon, and debris fell in every direction. Something must have smashed through the window of the other car because the horn blared. I got my feet under me as the hoof lifted. Mary's wife was on her feet, splattered with blood, large shard of glass piercing through her neck. She had the keys in her hand still and walked towards her car. She was obviously in shock and had gone on autopilot. She stopped on the front passenger door, bent, and began poking at the door. The hoof came down again, flattening the car. There's a muffled thump that I guess was the gas tank exploding and flames kicked at the bottom of the hoof. The woman wasn't dead. She'd just been knocked on the ground. I couldn't tell where she was injured, maybe critically so, and she began crawling in my direction. I reeled back like she was about to reveal my hiding spot. Thankfully, she stopped about a third of the way to us. I sat in the car and shoved the key in the ignition. Chrissy put her hand on mine and wide-eyed. Wait, she said.
Oh.
Wait.
She said. She was right. We were going to have to gun it soon as the engine started, or the horse might step onto us too. We looked toward the cabin.
Where are they?
As if summoned, Luke came outside. He dashed to Chrissy's door and hunched his lean frame so we could see his panicked face.
I can't wake her up,
he said.
What? She won't wake up.
I'd understood every word, but I didn't understand. Mary only had a migraine. She had them many times in the few years we've been together, and I'd never had an issue waking her up.
Get in the car,
I said, getting out. He reached for the rear passenger door.
No, the driver's seat. But I don't have... Get in, Luke. I'm going to grab your mother, and as soon as we're in, you're going to drive us out of here. You have your learner's permit.
We didn't wait for him to respond. I ran back to the cabin, taking a moment to look up before going inside.
That matters.
The moon had disappeared, and that either meant it had set or that damned horse was so large it had bolted out. It had blotted it out. Sorry.
That's okay.
Half my sandwich was left.
Oh my god, this fucking sandwich. Do something with it.
Half my sandwich was left. I went to the bedroom and saw Mary uncovered, one leg dangling off the bed.
Mary!
I shout whispered, coming over to her. Her head lolled when I shook. Whoa. She was unnaturally loose, and I was so afraid. I put 2 fingers to her neck. Her pulse was strong, and she snored and rolled over to her side. I didn't waste time calling her name. Coma-like sleep was low on the list of concerns. I scooped her into my arms. The car horn honked, then I lifted it into the air.
No.
I wanted to run outside, though. If they were gone, I wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Carried Mary outside, not wanting to leave her there. Luke was in the sand, sitting up in obvious pain.
She's gone!
He was crying, everything in me willing him to be quiet, to get up and come up to us. He had just stayed where he was, bawling, and there was a tremendous churning in the lake, and we were covered in rain, something akin to a bomb going off through Mary and me to the ground. My ears were ringing and the world around me shimmered. I counted 50 blinks before I was able to sit up. I was covered in sand and only found Mary when I saw her foot. Our cabin was gone. I made our way over to her on shaky hands and knees and began digging her out. Finally came to a head. Not with an argument, but a confession. It had been my folly to think I was the only one toying with the idea of an affair. Mary told me about Charles one night in bed, and I hadn't even been angry.
What? If it finally come to a head. No. So she's like, oh my god, there's a giant horse. By the way, I fucked Charles. By the way. Yeah, oh fuck, you should have seen it. Massive fucking girthy cock. Oh my god. But there's a horse. Like, what kind of... What? Okay, whatever. Oh.
I said, when she told me about the man at her job who'd kissed her. She hadn't resisted. Oh, that was it. Like a period on the end of our marriage. Then she rolled over on her stomach and went to sleep. Mary was on her stomach now. I turned her on her side and scanned the beach for Luke. A trench large enough for a barge to nestle in comfortably was where he had been. I was numb, or at least I told my body to be numb. I didn't want to feel this. I uncovered Mary and inhaled sharply the thick horse smell at the sight of a chunk of wood piercing her side. I had no idea if it was fatal on its own, but there was no hope of getting to any kind of medical care anytime soon. The wound oozed freely, and I could only wonder how bad this was. Even if I could save her, living through this might be worse. The thought alone of opening her eyes and learning she had slept through the depths of all three of her children were more than I could process.
He's gonna put her down. like a horse with a broken leg. That's
The
symbolism.
trench
This is symbolism.
The trench was filling with water. I was still shaky, like I needed something to eat. Hot tears streaming down my face, chilled by the rancid breeze, till they met beneath my chin. The cold water still misting down on me was disorienting. I was cooking and freezing at the same time, my throbbing head in full bloom. Mary felt like an anchor in my arms, but I was able to straighten my back and stand. The sand churned softly underfoot as I slowly headed toward the water with Mary in my shaky arms. Everyone I'd come to love had been lost in less than 10 minutes, including the woman who'd invited me into this new world, and she would die without ever opening her eyes again. I could barely see, but the smell of the water as I approached
He's gonna drown her.
grew stronger. I lifted her face to my lips and kissed her cheeks. Then on the lips, a distant part of me.
Hail Mary! Another football reference. Yeah.
A distant part.
Oh yeah.
A distant part of me Hail Marying that I could wake her up with such little contact. She was somewhere 1,000,000 miles away. The horse was up there. I heard it chuff as I gradually descended into the lake. With so much churning of water, a fine mist had withered the air. The wind rushed around me as if cued. I looked up to see the horse reared on its hind legs, jagged moonlight slicing through the sky, arching down its body like a bolt of lightning. It dominated the sky, both 1,000 miles away and right over me. Its four legs were tremendous. One hoof could easily fill the cul-de-sac we were in. Maybe it was even bigger. When it came down, it would cause something like a tsunami, and everyone in eyeshot would be obliterated. I stumbled and for a precarious second thought we were going to fall.
Okay, you can't say obliterated, but you can say precarious.
Yeah.
I feel like you're making it up now.
Obliterated.
Whatever. That's fine. Precarious.
I stumbled for a precarious second. Thought we were going to fall. It's not my fault I have problems with my L's and R's.
It's okay. It's alright.
You're being mean to me now.
Nope, let's keep moving. It's fine.
I don't think I have the strength to pick myself up and had no hope of lifting my wife into my arms again. I steadied myself, locking my eyes on the ground. There was the rest of my half-eaten sand. Oh my gosh!
God.
Drifting into the ankle-deep water like a floaty.
3
like
feet
it
deep.
could make it all better. Still intact, save for the lone bit Luke had taken out of it. The cold water up to my knees wasn't enough to quench the fire coursing through my back and limbs. I didn't have to go far, but the dozens or so feet before I could call myself submerged was immeasurably far. I could make it, though. I could make it. We could be together. Mary moved in my arms like for a terrifying moment. Oh my God. Mary moved in my arms, and for a terrifying moment, I thought she was waking up. But it was the water buoying her and relieving my aching arms. I have no idea what I would have said had she actually opened her arms. Couldn't have explained it at all. Nothing. And nothing I could have said would have changed what was imminent. No, nothing was going to wake her, and I couldn't save the children, but that didn't mean we couldn't be together.
That was
There's a Giant Horse in the Lake by Gerald Rice.
Okay, let's talk about it. First off, I think...
So, a week ago, I was watching this movie, and it was a good movie. I really enjoyed that movie.
The Odyssey?
That was a okay movie.
Which one are we talking about?
I don't know. I was just trying to do what he did in the thing.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to be funny. It didn't work.
No.
It was just as confusing as it was reading this story.
A sandwich ruined my marriage. There's 3 of them.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Hold on. So, a sandwich ruined his marriage, but in the end, he couldn't have her or the children, but that doesn't mean we couldn't be together? What?
Yeah, not sure. Not sure there. I think we're going for a deeper meaning that...
I don't think we understood the deeper meaning.
Well, okay. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to give a little bit of advice for our homeboy, Gerald. Gerald. Okay.
My man.
This is what I'm talking to you now, oh boy. Okay. First off,
Ow.
pacing is huge when it comes to stories. If we can't capture the right pace as authors, it's going to throw off your entire story and the message is going to fall on deaf ears. That's just how it goes. It might seem like relatively harsh, but the pacing in this story was set to a point where I couldn't get a clear picture of who I was, where I was, and when I was. Next, let's talk about usage of flowery words. Sometimes
It's not my fault. I can't say a vibration.
Yep. Sometimes it's easier. Sometimes it's okay to call an apple an apple. That's where I'll end it. Just remember that. Sometimes you don't need to be poetic with it. Just call an apple and move forward. Because
But I also think that it comes back to using synonyms versus like doing what's the word where when you like compare and contrast things? You do it all the time.
For what?
You're like, whenever we say you're making a point, so then you bring up a different thing to try and make the same point so I understand it.
Oh, using metaphors?
Metaphors.
Yeah.
Instead of doing metaphors, just use some synonyms.
Yeah, the symbolism, it got to a point where
my metaphors did not land for me.
It was almost exhausting because it was very repetitive in a sense where
I felt so whiplashed that I don't know what to think.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. Let's give him some solid advice here. I think the concept of a giant horse coming out of a lake is super fucking cool. And I think
I also like that it was at night and it was black. So, like, it helped be that kind of, like, mysterious, like, you know what I did like the vision of?
Yeah.
Is the fact that the horse was so big that the moonlight couldn't even
it was blotting out the sky.
Like, I think that's such a cool fact because then it helped that imagery be like, oh shit, I don't know where this horse is, but he's already so big that I'm like, where should I go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that vision.
Okay.
A lot.
Here's where I also think what I kind of saw. This is just me sort of digesting the story. I saw a lot of imagery, which was really good. The entire imagery with the horse, the entire setting of the story, I knew where I was. But the hard part is, and I think this is where some horror authors struggle a lot, is they'll have a cool idea, but they struggle with the road to get there. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you an example. One story that I really want to write is about stalagmites that calcify any human being that touch them. Came from our trip to Carlsbad Caverns. We saw the signs that said, please do not.
That's in New Mexico, if anyone wondered.
Yep, it says, please do not touch the stalagmites.
That ruined them, by the way.
Because it'll stop growing because the oil on your finger ceases calcium.
If you guys haven't gone, you should go.
But that's my story. The thing is, I have no idea where to go.
No clue. Get there. But the art is sick.
Yeah, I've drawn pictures for it. I've posted those pictures, but I have no way to get there logically. So what am I going to do?
Do I write it or do I just...
I'm putting it on the back burner and I'm focusing on other stories. So I guess my advice here is if you have a cool idea and you have a cool vision for where you want to go with this idea, but you don't quite know how to get into the car and start the ignition and put your foot on the accelerator and get yourself to there, then put it on the back burner for now. Slow your thoughts down and then revisit it as you think about it. There's plenty of stories that I know our audience has written where it's like, yeah, I went back to this after putting this off for a few years. You know, I have a story that I completely rewrote after about a year of holding off because it was just, I could not get there logically. And so I think what we're seeing a lot of is the imagery, the ideas were super cool, super vivid, but the road to Rome, if you will, to get there, it was rough. And it caused a lot of, like, second glances. It caused a lot of like, maybe I didn't read that right.
It made me second. The best way for me to at least explain what I'm feeling on this story is it made me feel like I had to second guess what I was reading because things didn't particularly match up.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Because again, like I'm going to use this. I know we keep bringing up the sandwich, but I'm going to use that sandwich. It's the part where he was doing something for talking to the lady and then started talking about the sandwich story like a year ago. I like that one because I think adding the sandwich portion of, oh yeah, a year ago this happened, I was making my wife a sandwich, la-di-doo-doo-da, was, I think, a great add to a story, but I think it was placed incorrectly. I think what would have worked better to me personally was if you brought up that story while he was making the sandwich or something like that, because to me it flowed better, or at least in my head I think it would have flowed a lot better than if you kept it right there. So for me personally, it's a very hard story to continue going forward into reading the story. It feels like we're taking a lot of side routes instead of just taking a straight and narrow, or a straight pathway. Does that make sense? Like, that's the best way I can explain it. Because the thing is I feel like you write very well. I do believe that you have a knack for writing because your imagery is so good. It's more the mere fact of the locations of where you're putting this imagery. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Because it's like, I understand that you wanted to put that here, but I don't know why you would have put it here versus I could have found 3 other places you could have put that story in.
Yeah, you could have a map.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you could have a map with really cool mountains and really cool krakens drawn on it, but if the roads don't make sense, then it's just a drawing.
It's just a drawing. Correct.
So that's the way I look at it.
And that's the thing, because I do think, honestly, this will be a great story to add into your book of stories. For me personally, when I'm reading it, I felt like I had to go through and remap everything out in my head.
Yes.
Because for me, that's where I got really like, I'm going to say that it's not to be as harsh as it's going to come out, but that's where I got more frustrated with reading the story, is because I felt like I had to stop myself and go back 5 or 6 times, like even with the names per se, because it threw me off so badly, versus it being, hey, here's this, and this, but also here's the fluff to it, or here's the extra story that I'm going to add into it. I don't know. I hope this makes sense. I don't want you to, I also don't want Gerald, you, to think that I'm bashing on your story, because again, I think your concept and your imagery is phenomenal. For me, I just have a hard time understanding the flow of your story.
So, with that,
what would you rate it?
This is going to be a little harsh, but I want you to know, Gerald.
Again, this is our opinions.
Oh, but no, what I want Gerald to know is you can come back from this. The imagery alone showed me that you are a talented author, that you have a knack for something that not a whole lot of people can do, which is putting someone somewhere that they are not. Okay, so
Correct.
Don't let this get in your head. Where it stands right now, keeping my review honest, I would have to say it sits at about a 2 for me. But if everything was cleaned up and everything was sort of reshuffled a little bit to make it a little bit more legible, I would put this at a 4, because I do love the concept.
You know what's crazy is I literally was about to give the exact same thing, because for me it would be a 2. But again, I don't think you have to per se take out your side stories. I don't think so. It's just, I don't think that they fit where they're at. And that is my personal opinion. And if you were to shuffle those around just a little bit, I think you would have the most phenomenal story. And I would change my rating up to a 4, possibly even a 5. Again, I would have to read it again. I don't think this is a story I wouldn't come back to. I definitely would come back to this. If you said, hey, could you reread this story? I would say yes, 100% I would. But as someone who wants to give their full, honest review, again, I want you to understand this is our opinion. This is just what we think. And we would love to hear, anybody else's comments as well. And also, Gerald, we would love to understand, like, why you wrote this, because this is, again, I love the storyline. I love what you came up with. But for me, the reason why I give it a 2 is mainly just because I don't know if the pathway of their story lines up. So that's where I'm giving my rating. But I don't want that to discourage you. I know I say this to a lot of people, and I know I put this on here a lot. I'm no writer. I know I'm just someone who is here sharing a podcast, sharing other people's stories, getting your guys' names out. This is a PSA to everybody, every single one of you guys out there. We know how hard it is to write a story. We know how hard it is to publish a story. We know how hard it is to even be willing to allow some random person on the internet to review your story. We understand that. So we don't want to disregard the fact that you guys, like, the amount of work that you guys have done. We want people to know that this is our opinion. We're so grateful that you guys allow us to share your stories. We don't want you to get discouraged. I think that's my biggest focal point of us doing this podcast, is whether or not it was our favorite story or not, or whether we have a few more critiques than other stories, we want you guys to feel okay that we give you guys the critiques, but also to not stop writing, because that would crush me if you guys think that because we have the harder critiques on some of the stories, you guys stop writing because of that. I don't want you guys to think that at all. This is one out of how many stories you've probably written. We would love to read more. We would love to talk with you and just see what other stories you have, and also what your thought process was on making this. So again, thank you so much, both of the amazing authors that we read today, for letting us share your guys' stories. Do not stop writing, even with the critiques that we give you. We love doing what we are doing. So thank you. Is there anything else?
I think you covered it great. I hope
that's okay that I
say
it like that.
No, I think that's perfect. I have nothing left to add.
With that, after almost 2.5 hours, do you have anything else you would like to share, whether it's critiques or inspiration or anything like that, C-dubs?
No, I think it turned out really good.
I think we have 2 great authors, and I can't wait to read more.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's all I have to say. So
with that,
you
Ben
scaled
peace
deuces.